Well, more Singaporeans are swapping their four wheels for two as bicycle sharing schemes take off in the country. But it's a long road ahead as stories of reckless riding and bad parking stick a wrench in the movement. Transport reporter Kenneth Lim finds out what's being done to steer the industry in the right direction.
Greg Chung lives about a kilometre away from Bukit Gombak MRT station. But rather than take the bus to work, the businessman says bike sharing has become a better deal.
We can ride the MRT and ride back home without having to return the bike to a station. Our travelling distance, it is usually within 15 minutes, and within 15 minutes, the cost of bike share is very affordable. It is cheaper than taking a bus.
Greg is one of a growing number of Singaporeans ditching four wheels for two.
You can see a lot of students are also riding them to market or to get to MRT or to a bus stop nowadays. And I start to see a lot of my neighbours in my estate who usually drive also started using bike share bicycles to get to MRT.
It's a similar story in Jurong and other parts of Singapore. Bike sharing operators have set up shop in recent months, and you don't have to go far to find a bicycle.
After office hour in the evening, especially weekend, I see a lot more families using the bicycles as a family, going to the neighbourhood centres, going to the Jurong Lake for the leisure cycle.
One operator says it's seen more demand in mature estates. People also ride for about 15 minutes per trip, travelling about 3 kilometres.
I think most of cyclists use it for the first mile, last mile, and also for leisure. Average of 15 minutes, it shows that actually people do consider bike as an alternative form of transport, but not the long distance.
In dense urban cities like Singapore, cycling is often seen as the way ahead towards a better transport system. According to a 2012 LTA survey, about 1.5% of Singaporeans cycle as part of their daily commute, and authorities are hoping to triple this over the next decade. But some issues have surfaced in recent months, and the consensus is that there's still a long road ahead.
Many people find that the doctors' bicycles will park along the route, along the corridor, at the staircase, and worse, sometimes you block the fire escape route, they're causing fire hazard.
It's a phenomenon that's put a wrench in the plans of both bike-sharing operators and governments worldwide. Cases of indiscriminate parking and reckless riding have raised the ire of many residents, forcing the hand of authorities.
There's plenty of room for improvement, especially come June, where the Active Mobility Act comes into picture. Most of the pedestrian pathway will be considered a shared pathway. And this is where the cyclists have to adhere to some code of conduct.
Currently, bike operators use various credit or demerit systems to encourage good behaviour.
With more points deducted, you have to pay much more to use our bikes itself. So that will be a very good deterrent.
User behaviour is hard to regulate. Yeah. So that's why the different operators must be coming forward, coming to the front line, and to be responsible in the event of the user actually abuse your system.
But for the authorities, that doesn't seem enough. As part of a new framework, operators will be penalised if they don't ensure bikes are properly parked.
I think we can't really comment too much until the framework has been shared out. I think we are looking to work with the town councils to see how we can run this whole business. We do not want to cause inconvenience to the town councils while providing services to the residents. We have to look at this issue I think more deeply. I think whether it's penalising us and then we will penalise the users. I think that's another case that we have to look into.
Still, experts say it's too early to put the brakes on bike sharing, as the industry is in its infancy.
It's only recent years that we are very seriously promoting cycling as a way of life. So there are many infrastructures that are not built for cycling. Now we have to do retrofittings and also re-education. So it will take a while, I believe. Rome is not built in one day, and so educating the cyclists for the right behaviour also takes time. But we have to start somewhere.
And with new rules ahead, both the operators and authorities seem to be on the right path despite the initial speed bumps.